punch it. Leave it.
Oh
It's special.
God. Oh,
It's
Oh,
very special.
yeah, it's
Don't punch it.
Don't punch it.
Update it either.
Lauder, I'll
Do
claim
not
this as
update
our house.
Perfect.
Hello all and welcome to the Mindful Recap, the show where we take a look back at this past week on the Mindful SMP. Today's episode is hosted by ImNamedGamer. You can check out my channel in the description below, as well as all the other members. This past week on Mindful saw all members having uploaded their first episode of the season. We can now officially say that Mindful Season 3 has begun and has been getting underway quite quickly. Chimpy, having uploaded his first episode of the season, highlights his first day adventure. It was a blast, or lack thereof, because on this episode, Chimpy officially received the first music disc on the server.
Wait, no, music disc.
Oh.
Music disc.
Oh
Music
no.
disc.
Oh,
Yeah!
I see you.
Oh! We got my favorite!
get?
I got oh my god, I'm getting shot!
As we already paid tribute in the intro, we'd like to commemorate Mr. Bush as a rebellious Bush, unafraid of conventional norms. He was bushy where no bush had gone before. He was Mr. Bush.
Wait, but then we can't get into oh.
Oh.
Alright, we're putting
He spends a bit of time going around spawn area with a few other members and kills the nearby wildlife.
it was worth it.
No.
It was worth it. Because now I'm adorable.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my god, you got one.
The episode concludes after they find a sunken ship and nearly sink themselves after getting caught underwater.
Anything like
Stuck.
Oh! Oh!
One of these! No!
Where are you? Where are you? Come up, come
My
up.
swimming's bugging out.
come on.
This week, Diamond Rush XD, or as he's been known on the server as Diamond, uploaded his official first episode wherein he decorates part of his pathway to his floating house.
And basically, with this whole area completed, I'm actually proud of it. This is the first time I built kind of a garden area in survival. That's pretty much what I can go for.
Speaking of house, that's what he works on in this episode. The unique block palette he uses lends for an amazing looking symmetrical design.
These still to actually acacia, so there are going to be two areas that are orange because I really don't like the brown. It doesn't really pop out to the eyes.
He then hops through the nether with Erichu and Lautner to do a bit of exploration as Erichu wants to show off his new place and how to find it.
That, yeah.
Bruh.
Should have like a.
As you can see, I've been cleaning out the area as well. Start out the nether area.
I threw a bunch of
Oh, are you a good little diamond?
That leads to a bit of a fun time, with Random Obsessor joining a bit later as the trio goof off around the nether, nearly dying a number of times.
No, there's still some baby ones behind you.
Diamond, I need you to. I'm gonna die.
Speaking of near-death situations, but not really, Justin L, Random Obsessor, and the sexiest voice on the server, Master Swirl, go into the end and do some exploration for shulker shells.
It's just one of the towers.
It's
It's half loaded and it looks
plenty
like
of towers.
so, yeah, we're good on towers.
They find an end city which was previously raided, but thanks to a data pack in the server, they're able to have shulkers respawn to give them some more shulker shells.
Yeah, you get that by just being near it, right?
Yeah.
Towards the end of the episode, Justin shows off a zero-tick sugarcane farm and proceeds to create a rocket shop where he can sell rockets for people who've recently gotten elytras.
So just in rockets, it's one stack of rockets for 1 diamond or 1 block of iron.
Speaking of newly acquired elytras, I spent a bit of time collecting my very own elytras this past week. I popped over to spawn and met up with Lautner to sell me some mending books for my elytra, and spent my hard-earned diamonds on firework rockets.
I'm gonna grab some rockets from Justin Rockets, which is Justin Rockets.
I also went on an adventure through the end as well, collecting shulker boxes and learning a bit about how the shulker respawning mechanic works, with the idea of creating a shulker shell farm in the near future. The shulkers respawned, and that I want to build my base in the end for this season. I thought, why not? We ought to try and do sort of a shulker farm. This week, Lautner had an episode wherein he releases a bunch of clips from the past week as well, including setting up the mending shop.
Might be a bit much. A little bit too fluffy.
His first customer was Erichu, giving Lautner a hefty amount of fresh, delicious diamonds.
Yeah, I finally opened up my mending shack shop that I've been holding back on a little bit. But yeah, 15 diamonds for 1 mending book.
Oh, that's cool. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and just take 2 of those and just throw it right in there.
Yes.
Lautner hates bats.
Die, shoot bat.
He then goes exploring with Justin and Hungry, which we covered last week, on an adventure through the jungle to collect both parrots and tame some cats.
It's so cute. Come listen to him.
Random Obsessor returned from a brief hiatus to a number of gifts from members, giving her a great head start on the server.
The sexiest voice on the server left this for you. A gift from a friend for a random from Airy. A gift from Hungry.
She spends the episode touring and working on her spawn base. She builds and plays around with the mechanics to make a water elevator.
Move the lava blocks one more up. Or the lava block one more up so it's easier to get out and you don't die.
Random also teamed up with a bunch of members in a clip where they fight a raid together.
All right, so I've gathered all you lads and ladettes here.
Ladettes.
That's a new one.
to assist in a raid that accidentally happened when GP and I were trying to just tour my base.
Also, this past week, Kent worked on a tunnel underneath Kenny's Japanese pagoda. The tunnel gives Kent access from his spawn base on the edge of the ocean to the center of spawn.
We've dug this out now, as you can see. We put this archway here just before we started recording, and we've dug it out all the way through to a little staircase that we...
He lines the inside with leaves and decorates the floor to give it a much more tunnel-like feel.
areas because we want to make it look like it's growing into the place.
With the tunnel all complete, Kent marvels in its glory.
And it brings you into this little lit up area, which is fantastic, with overgrownness, bits of leaves and that coming in.
What a terrific episode that was. If you enjoyed, let us know your favorite event that happened this past week. If you'd like to connect with us, feel free to join our community Discord server or follow us on Twitter at Mindful SMP. That's all for this week, and we'll surely see you in the next. Have a great day, everyone.